Hello students, in the last class we studied about the two genetic events like linkage and crossing over. The differences also we studied. In this class we are going to study about crossing over, the mechanism of crossing over. This is the picture representing the mechanism of crossing over. You can see the two homologous chromosomes here. You can see the color difference also as the red and the blue homologous chromosomes. They are called as homologous chromosomes. What are homologous chromosomes? The two chromosomes which are similar in all the aspect. The size of the chromosome, the length of the chromosome, and the number of genes which are present in the chromosome. In all aspects, if the two chromosomes are similar, these two chromosomes are referred as a homologous chromosome. Now we are going to study about the mechanism of crossing over. First, crossing over, it is a biological process that it produces new combination of genes by interchanging the corresponding segments between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome is called as a crossing over. So many genetic events, technical terms you must understand here. You can see here, this is one homologous chromosome. You can see there are two sister chromatids for the homologous chromosome 1. And this is the second homologous chromosome having the two sister chromatids. And these two chromatids are referred as the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome. So crossing over that it takes place between the exchange of the chromosomal segments between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosomes by producing new combination of genes. And this is called as a crossing over. It is a genetic event. It is a biological process, and this is explained by T.H. Morgan, genetist named T.H. Morgan in the year 1912. Now, crossing over, when it takes place? It takes place in a cell. The chromosomes are present within the nucleus of the cell when it takes place. It takes place in the meiotic cell division, that is in prophase 1 of meiosis. So, in meiosis, there are sub-stages called as prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, like that. 4 phases are there, stages are there. So during the prophase 1 of meiosis, crossing over that it takes place. So you can see the picture here, non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome. These two are referred as the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome. If the crossing over, if it takes place in the germ cell, it is called as a germinal crossing over. That is, it takes place in the reproductive cell. Mostly crossing over that it takes place in the germ cell or the reproductive cell, and such type of crossing over is called as a germinal crossing over. But very rarely the crossing over that it takes place in the mitotic cell. And that crossing over, mitotic cell is nothing but this is a somatic cell or it is a body cell. That crossing over is called as a mitotic crossing over. Mitotic crossing over is very rare, but meiotic crossing over is mostly seen in all the organisms, plants, animals, human beings, that it takes place. Now we are going to study about the 4 stages of the crossing over. First is called as a synapsis. Synapsis, and next is tetrad formation, crossover, and terminalization. So there are 4 stages in the crossing over. First stage is called as a synapsis. Synapsis means it is the intimate pairing of the homologous chromosome. Pairing of the two homologous chromosome in the packetine stage of the prophase 1. So prophase 1 there are different stages are there. Leptotene, zygotene, packetine, like that so many substages are there. So the third substage of the prophase is called as a packetine stage. During Pachytene stage, what happens? The two homologous chromosomes, they come together and they are paired. The pairing of the homologous chromosome is called as a bivalent. Bi means two homologous chromosomes get paired. And the phenomenon is called as synapsis or syndesis. Synapsis or syndesis. That is the first stage, synapsis. There are three types of synapses. One is called as a procentric synapsis, pro-terminal synapsis, and random synapsis. Procentric synapsis means pairing starts from middle of the chromosome to the terminal end of the chromosome. That is called as a procentric synapsis. And pro-terminal synapsis is a crossing over pairing that it takes place at the terminal end of the homologous chromosome is called as a pro-terminal. Telomeres, it is otherwise called as telomeres. Telomeres means the terminal end of the chromosome is called as a telomere. So if the pairing, if it takes place at the telomeres, it is called as a pro-terminal synapsis. And third type of synapsis is synapsis takes place anywhere throughout the length of the homologous chromosome, that is called as a random synapsis. So three types of synapsis. Pairing starts from middle of the chromosome is called as a procentric synapsis, and the pairing that takes place from the telomere is called as a pro-terminal synapsis, and pairing takes place anywhere of the homologous chromosome is called as a random synapsis. Then the second stage is called as a tetrad formation. In this bivalent condition, there are four chromatids which are paired, and this condition is called as, this stage is called as a tetrad. Tetra means four. So there are four chromatids are present. These two are called as a sister chromatids, and these are referred as a non-sister chromatids. So this is the second substage called as it is called as a tetrad formation. And the third stage is called as a crossover. The crossover that it takes place during the Pachytene stage of the prophase, where you can see the exchange of the chromosomal segments between the non-sister chromatids by forming a chiasma, or it is called as a chiasmata. Chiasmata, it is a point of contact where the non-sister chromatids, they are in contact, is called as a chiasmata. So there may be one chiasmata or more than one chiasmata. It depends upon the length of the homologous chromosome. So formation of crossover that it takes place at the Pachytene stage by exchanging the chromosomal segments between the non-sister chromatids of the homologous chromosome. So this crossing over, this is organized by a special structure, highly organized structure at the chiasmata by a structure which is called as a synaptonemal complex. The synaptonemal complex only that helps for the formation of the crossing over in the homologous chromosome. What is this complex? The synaptonemal complex is a protein structure. It is a highly organized structure that it helps for the formation of crossover to take place at the homologous chromosome. But in some species like Drosophila, where the synaptonemal complex is absent, so there is no crossover that it takes place in such species. Okay. Next is the fourth stage is called as a terminalization. After they exchange the chromosomal segments, the chiasmata that it moves towards the terminal end of the chromosome, and that movement is called as a terminalization. Terminalization, why it occurs? It occurs because the force of attraction between the homologous chromosome that it decreases. So they started, after exchanging the chromosomal segments, they started moving away from the from each other, as they move away from each other, the chiasmata also move towards the terminal end of the chromosome, and that is called as terminalization. Synapsis takes place because of the pairing of the homologous chromosome, because of the force of attraction between the homologous chromosome. It increases, that it helps for synapsis. But towards the end, the force of attraction that it decreases, that it leads to repelling of the homologous chromosome. That is called as terminalization. So you can see in the picture, this is prophase, and then coming to the metaphase. In this picture also, you can see here the chromosomal segments are exchanged, interchanged. You can see here this picture. So clearly it is seen here with the color differentiation they have shown. And then the daughter cells, 4 daughter cells, how they are formed towards the end. So when you look at this daughter cells, there are 4 daughter cells. The first daughter cell and the last daughter cells are resembling like that of the parental type, parental chromosome. So they receive a single chromatid only. Daughter cells, they receive a single chromatid from the parent. So the first daughter cell and the last daughter cell, they are called as a parental type because they resemble like that of the parent. But when you look at the second and the third, this is because of the crossover that it takes place. They are called as a recombinant. You can see here recombinant. Because of the crossing over, they exchange the chromosomal segment. So these are the 4 stages of mechanism of the crossing over. This question can be asked for 5-mark question with the diagram. You have to draw and explain the 4 stages. Students, you can see this picture. This picture is for explaining the types of crossing over and also how the recombination frequency can be calculated. The calculation is also given. So you can see the no crossover that it takes place in all the 4 chromatids. You can see here 2 chromatids here, the second homologous 2 chromatids here, and the second picture you can see this is single crossover, formation of single chiasmata. The chiasma formation is formed after single crossing over. Then the exchange chromosomal segments are shown here. And here you can see in the single crossing over, formation of chiasma involving only 2 chromatids out of 4 chromatids. So only 2 chromatids are involved in formation of chiasma. And this is second picture, this next picture, 2-strand double crossover, where the 2 strands, where you can see the double crossover, 2 chiasma formations are taken place. There are 2 strands are involved. And this picture is for 3 strands which are involved, double crossover that it takes place. Here also formation of 2 chiasmata, and after exchange the picture is shown here. And next is the 4 strand, all the 4 strands are involved, but 2 double crossover only that it takes place. So you can classify the crossover into 3 types as single crossover, double crossover and multiple crossover. If only 2 chromatids out of 4 strand, it is called as a single crossover. More than 2 strands are involved, it is called as a double. And in the multiple crossover, where the frequency of recombination is very low. This is the picture explaining about the types of crossing over. And also you can see the calculation also done with the help of the formula to calculate the recombination frequency. RF means recombination frequency. How it is calculated? The number of recombinants divided by the number of offsprings formed into 100, that it gives the recombination frequency. So number of recombinants divided by number of offsprings formed into 100, that it gives the percentage of recombination frequency. 0 by 4 into 100, no crossing over, 0%. and here 2 by 4 into 100, 50% of recombination frequency for single crossover. Next is 0 by 4 into 100, 0%, 2 by 4 into 100, 50%, 4 by all the 4 strands are involved, 4 by 4 into 100 is equal to 100%. So these are all the pictures for explaining the types of crossover. Now what are the significances of crossover? Crossing over, that it helps for formation of new varieties, recombinants, because of the exchange of the chromosomal segments, that it helps in the process of evolution. And second is crossing over, that helps us to study about the arrangement of the linear arrangement of genes on the chromosome, how they are arranged on the chromosome. The third significance, that it crossing over, that it helps to frame the genetic map. Distance between the genes can be studied. And fourth is to study about, helps to understand the nature and the mechanism of the crossing over. And next, the crossing over, that it helps in plant breeding. Crossing of the different varieties of the plant is called as a plant breeding. So these are all the 5 significances of crossing over. First is crossing over, that it helps in process of evolution, and then it helps to understand about the linear arrangement of the chromosome on the chromosome, and next, that it helps for framing genetic map, and crossover, that it helps to understand the nature and the mechanism of the gene action, and the crossover, that it helps in plant breeding. So today we studied about crossing over, mechanism of crossing over, types of crossing over, and the importance of crossing over. You can practice it with the diagrams. Thank you, students.